Hi, I'm Christina Trauthwein, VP of Content and Partnerships at Hotel Business, and I'm here right now with David Tart, and he's Managing Partner at Raines. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, really exciting news, Raines' acquisition of HP Hotels. Let's talk about it a little bit, and tell me maybe a little bit about the backstory and how it all came about, and what it means for Raines going forward.
Yeah, so it's very exciting for us. We're very proud. And for you to ask the question about the backstory, it probably started about a year ago.
Okay.
Like-minded friends in the business. I mean, at the end of the day, we're in the people business, and when you meet people that share the same vision and culture, it really lined up with some growth strategy that we were looking to implement. It was a thoughtful approach to find the right people, the right geography, something that was a value add to our team, and we found that in HP. I've said a few times in announcing this acquisition that it's not just about the assets, it's about the people and the talent, and our cultures lined up very well. So.
Yeah, that makes such a difference. Where does your portfolio stand now?
So we're just around 50 hotels under management, 5,200 rooms. And we talk a lot about being in the Southeast, and now we're sort of creeping into the Southwest.
Okay.
Where we were operating in the Carolinas and Georgia, had done some work in Florida. We're now expanding into Florida, but also in states like Arkansas, Alabama, Louisiana, and as far west as Texas.
So what's behind the strategy to move west a little bit?
There's no real conscious strategy to that.
Okay.
I mean, when you start to have, projects in certain locations and then you build around that, I would say Kerry Ranson and what he's done in those markets is one that we're capitalizing on now with him. And so it just is a natural move that way. We like the Carolinas all the way down to Florida. We feel like we know those markets.
Right.
And then we'll sort of push and continue to build on the work that he's done in Oklahoma and Texas. So.
Okay. Before I get into the next question I was going to ask, you talked about culture a lot in the first answer. What is it about the culture that is so appealing and that is so aligned between the two companies?
So I don't like talking about myself, but when I got into the business, it was baptism by fire. I had no idea what I was doing. I bought a hotel franchise. I was in my 20s. My wife looked at me and said, "You've lost your mind. What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm going to build a Hampton Inn and see where this goes." And that was pre-Great Recession. And then when you were able to survive what that did to our industry, you learn a lot. And the Raines family, in a similar way, but before me, started in a small town in Florence, grew the business, and I'd say the same for Kerry. I mean, you're talking about a guy that steps in and grows the business from a few hotels to 30 or 40. That means a lot to us, and I think you start to share common vision and goals, and then that carries over into the culture, right? We still say we're a family-run business, and it's not just the Raines family, it's the family of employees we have. And if you share that kind of culture, you can grow and become bigger and still maintain that culture. And HP, we saw that in HP.
And I would assume that you would retain talent through having such a great culture, or family-oriented culture.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that goes back to what I said before. Then, as we thoughtfully, because we did this for a year, and as you talk and you understand the leadership, that was really, I'd say, a value add, but very similar with how our leadership works. And when the organizations now can come together and we work on integration, I think it's going to be a pretty powerful partnership.
So how does being an owner, operator, and developer add value to third-party management contracts that Raines has acquired?
We talk a lot about how we can and we manage and make decisions on growth based on the entire hotel cycle. So that starts with having knowledge over the development of a hotel asset, the acquisition of a hotel asset. So the way our organization is set up now, as we grow organically with management, but also third party, we oftentimes say we're owners ourselves. So in sitting with other owners and developers, I think it's very attractive to understand that, you know, we've spent the money in managing and developing an asset just as they're spending their money, and we're treating their investment as if it's our own investment. You know, so we manage the entire hotel cycle, beginning to end.
You have Woven. That's the boutique and lifestyle division. What does the acquisition mean for Woven?
Well, so the hotel industry has absolutely made some significant changes in the soft brand and even independent space. I'd say great strides over the last, call it 15 to 20 years. So when we created Woven, it was born out of our development and management of some soft branded assets, where everything from the beginning of development, we feel it takes a unique team and approach to even managing it. So specializing our leadership and our team in that division made a lot of sense, and we feel like has a significant opportunity in the industry. So currently the Raines portfolio had 3 hotels in Woven.
Okay.
And now with the acquisition of HP, we'll add another 5 hotels. And that's anything from a soft branded Curio Tapestry to a fully independent hotel. Working in these markets that we haven't been worked in, that HP's worked in, I think is going to create more opportunity for Woven to grow. So.
Okay. General question, but what's in store for Raines' future?
Well, in the immediate, it's our people and integration.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of things that we do very well. There's a lot of things that HP does very well, and I'm sure there's things that they did better than we currently do. And you just sort of find what works best, and then work on becoming a better company altogether. We'll have a big, every year we do our company leadership retreat, and to be able to bring everybody together later this year is going to be a very powerful event for us. And this integration process will be our focus literally for the next year. So.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time, David.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.